A woman cannot be too thin, she cannot be too fat, she cannot be too muscular. I would ask, what is the Goldilocks body? But I don't even know if Goldilocks could achieve that kind of body. So let's stop at the body shaming.
Please hang up and try again.
Alright, so for this video, if you haven't guessed it already, we'll be talking about body shaming. And I'll be specifically talking about female body shaming, and I want to say just off the bat that I understand that there's male body shaming, and in fact I think that male body shaming probably is talked about less than female body shaming. The reason why I am talking about female body shaming in this video is just simply because I have more experience with that just by being a woman. But I do encourage, and I hope that some of you will comment or maybe make video responses talking about male body shaming, because again, I think it's important to talk about. The reason why I'm doing this video now is because I've seen on Twitter kind of an uptick in people commenting about female athletes' bodies, in particular talking about how some of these athletes have too masculine to bodies or are too muscular. And I understand that this is partly due because of just the fact that female athletes, at least in America, are doing so well in their particular field or sports. I think when you talk about Ronda Rousey or Serena Williams or the entire United States soccer team, national soccer team, I think that, I mean, just their accomplishments have kind of pushed them into the spotlight a bit, which is great. You know, it's great to have those female athletes in the spotlight, but with that spotlight also brings kind of a higher critique. And this particular critique of having too many muscles or being too muscular joins a long list of critiques that females face, talking about being too fat. There's tons of celebrities who have been kind of have had to deal with those criticisms. I guess in particular just comes to mind Jessica Simpson. She has faced a lot of that. Kelly Clarkson as well. But there's also, you know, female celebrities who have also been criticized for being too thin. Keira Knightley is one that has been for years dealing with people saying that she's too thin or accusing her of having some sort of eating disorder. And for this video, I want to talk about how I've kind of dealt with people critiquing my body, and hopefully maybe that will help you as well. Right, so I guess my story kind of begins when I was 12 or 13. That was when I started to notice or kind of hear other girls talking about, you know, body issues and you know, you have to be this size and stuff like that. That was, I think, 12 or 13, kind of the transition between elementary school and middle school. And for me, I can remember persuading my dad into getting a gym membership, because at that point I couldn't be there alone. I had to have an adult with me. So I got a gym membership. My dad did not work out, I just worked out, and I can remember being like pretty obsessive about that. And one summer between like it was either 7th grade to 8th grade or 8th grade to 9th grade, I can remember like not eating at all and like exercising a ton, and I lost a lot of weight, but it was at the point where I can remember going to my mom's room and she just said, you know, you have to change your behavior or I'm taking you to the doctor. And that was not what I did not want to go through that. And so I stopped and I started eating better, but ever since then, honestly, it just continued to be a part of my life. Counting calories, I did that all throughout high school and even into college. I can remember my freshman year of college, I would just eat like energy bars and like protein shakes and stuff like that, and I work out all the time, and never really able to achieve the body that I wanted. And so it wasn't until I was a little bit older, I think still in college, when I started to realize that it wasn't necessarily, I mean, your body your body's kind of an interesting, in like an interesting space, because your body is kind of what you show the world, but it's also a reflection of what's inside. And so, I mean, that's why we get, you know, tattoos and piercings and the way in the clothes we wear. It's all to show kind of what is inside of us, to demonstrate that to the world. And so in a sense, I started thinking, why am I letting the outside world dictate how my body looks? If I want, because that's what I was doing. I was, you know, looking at magazines and TV shows and movies and kind of thinking, well, this is the body that I should have. This is the body that people tell me to have. But in reality, the body that I should have is the one that I actually want. And so that was when I kind of changed my tune and started to do some deep reflections. And so now, I mean, I think there's kind of a tendency for people to say, okay, well, that means that you don't like skinny people or thin people, which I don't think is the case. If you want to be thin, then you be thin. But I think it should come from within. If you think that you want to be, you know, thin and toned and everything, then that's what you should do. But if you want to be curvy, or if you want to be, you know, like these female athletes who, by the way, that's their job, is to do sports. So to think that they wouldn't be muscular is like, what are you, what world are you from? So, but I mean, if you want to do that, then do that, but make sure that it's from you, because no one can tell you, no one should be able to tell you what you should look like. That should be up to you. Alright, so that's my quick opinion on body shaming. If you have anything to add, please comment or do video responses or any other way you can interact on YouTube that I just don't know about. Do that. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you like it so much you want to share it, please do so. Please subscribe to my channel. And I think that's it. If you can take anything away from this video, it's that yes, the people who are doing the body shaming should stop, but until they do, we as those who are shamed need to fight back and show them that they do not have power over our bodies. We do, and just keep being strong. Yeah.